Alright, peeps, now that a new year is upon us, we can look to the future and see what this year has in store in regards to movies and television. Here are my most anticipated releases of 2026. Starting off with some honorable mentions in no particular order, we have Violent Night 2. I remember really enjoying the first one. It almost made my favorite releases of 2022 list. And I've honestly started watching it every Christmas since it's come out, so that's gotta count for something. Hopefully this sequel will be more of the same. Then we got Clayface, a horror-based body horror spin-off based on the Clayface character within James Gunn's DCU, written by Mike fucking Flanagan. No, that's it. I don't need to know a story yet. I don't even need a trailer yet. You just tell me that and my ass is on board. Let's do this shit. Then we got Werewolf. This will be Robert Eggers' newest movie coming off of his success with Nosferatu. A old school, period piece based werewolf movie with practical effects. Hell yeah. As much as I loved Wolfman, I defend that movie against all the haters, but I think that this could be a real comeback for werewolf movies that has been sorely lacking. Evil Dead Burn. This will be coming to us from the same director who gave us that awesome spider flick from a couple years ago called Infested. The people saw his work on that movie, were very impressed, and that's how he got the job doing this movie. I can't wait, man, because Infested was fucking crazy, and put him in an even crazier franchise like Evil Dead. How is that not a recipe for success? Then there's The Boys Season 5, our final season. I have been consistently loving this show since it started. I know some people have been falling off of it because some of the commentary they're putting in there. But I don't know. I love the anarchy. I love the violence. I love the character dynamics. I've been intentionally staying away from the comics, so I don't know how the outcome is because I want to be surprised watching the show to see how it all turns out. I cannot wait to see all the twists and turns that this final season will put us through. I cannot wait to see how it all ends. I hope it's satisfying. And given this show's track record, I have a feeling we ain't seen nothing yet. And now with the honorable mentions out of the way, let us start off my picks with number 16, we have Ted Season 2. I love the original two Ted movies. They're some of my favorite comedies of all time. And for a while it was looking like they weren't going to be doing anything else with this franchise after the second one underperformed, but we got the first season of that show. I absolutely loved it. It was hilarious. Totally lines up well with the movies. Now we're getting this, and on another note, it looks like we're getting an animated follow-up that will be taking place after Ted 2, so that has me excited also. But I'm excited for this, man. I just love watching these two characters bounce off of each other. And I love seeing the humor, laughing at the humor. And all I want is more of the same with this. Number 15 is a little horror film coming out this summer called Obsession. Now, little is known about this movie outside of a dude casting a spell of sorts to make a girl that he likes fall head over heels for him. And it gets all fucked up from there. Everything that I've been hearing about this movie from early reactions, even with the teaser trailer they put out not too long ago, I'm fired up for this one, man. I hope it is as every bit as demented and fucked up as everyone's saying it is. Number 14. Man, it breaks my heart to not have this show constantly in my top 5 every year, but Survivor 50. I am a lifelong Survivor fanatic. I've been in love with the show since I was little, but I gotta admit, these past few seasons, everything from like 41 onward, while there's some good stuff here and there's definitely some good seasons. Hell, I loved the season 48, but maybe it's just my distaste for season 49 just ending, but I don't know, man. I just haven't been a fan of how they're changing up the formula, like shortening the time of gameplay from 39 days to 26 days, and how repetitive the formula is feeling. The same twists, the same exact challenges, even down to it being the same challenge every single episode. And I'm hoping that with them bringing some people back this season, making it this another all-star cast will reignite some of that magic and even give me some nostalgic feels. Like, a lot of my favorite players from across the entire show are coming back. Like, Ozzy's back. Friggin' Joe from 48 is back. Suri is back. A lot of my absolute favorite players are back. But even then, there's some worries I have for this season too, with it being only 26 days, as usual, with 24 players. Oh, God, I hope that this friggin' season doesn't feel rushed. And please, no double eliminations. I fucking hate double eliminations. But regardless, at the end of the day, I am still a Survivor fan. And any flaws that this season could end up having, if anything, I'm hoping to, at the very least, get some nostalgic feels from seeing a lot of my favorite people from the show's past come back for another stab at it. Number 13. The Mandalorian and Grogu. Yeah, how dare I? How dare I still be excited for Star Wars? How dare I still have hope and still care about Star Wars? I mean, Disney's been fucking Star Wars in the ass for several years. How can you not understand? But, alright, all jokes aside, I am optimistic for this one. If anything, I'm just excited to go and see some neat Star Wars stuff on the big screen again after several years. It will be nice to at least have that again. And I do think that there is even a chance that they can fix the Mando stuff with this movie, because obviously the first 2 seasons are great. And yeah, the same problems with season 3 that people have, I have those problems too. But looking back on it, I actually think so long as you look at just the main plot line and cut out all the filler shit with freaking like shit like Jack Black and Lizzo showing up for an episode, cut out all the filler, and there is a genuinely good main storyline to season 3, so that's how I try to look at it, at least. And the ending does come off more satisfying with season 3 than I remember it being. But regardless, I am hoping that they can salvage some things with this movie. And if anything, I'm hoping for a really good lead up to the big Mandoverse final film that Dave Filoni is planning to direct here in the next few years. That's going to wrap up everything that started with the first season of The Mandalorian. So I am excited for that. I'm excited to see how this will fit into that. And like I said, it will be exciting for me, if anything else, to just see something cool Star Wars related. See some cool Star Wars stuff on the big screen again after a while. Number 12. Supergirl. Now, if you saw my Best of the Year video that I just put out, then you're fully aware of how much I adored James Gunn's Superman movie. I thought it was an excellent start to his DCU. I thought it was very fun, heartfelt, and emotional. And while I'm fully expecting that this isn't gonna be something on the lines of that, I mean, I'm sure there'll be heart and there'll be emotion to it, but I am fully expecting that it's gonna be a different feeling type of movie. Just on a story level, of course I'm pumped to see how it's gonna further expand this new DCU. The little bit that we got to see of Supergirl at the ending of Superman, I think that was a pretty funny, charming first impression. I can't wait to see how she takes the reins and takes over a whole movie for herself. And I'm excited to see what kind of chemistry she has with Krypto. Number 11. Time to light the fires. Avengers Doomsday. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If we only had the Steve Rogers little teaser they put out to go off of still, and they didn't put out the other teasers yet, this probably wouldn't have even been on my list at all. Maybe not even in my honorable mentions, because initially that teaser got me pissed, because I was worried they're going to ruin the peace that Steve Rogers achieved for himself after the ending of Endgame. But before people kill me, I do gotta be honest. These other teasers that they've been putting out have been getting me excited. The X-Men teaser especially got me excited. Like, just on an emotional, nostalgic level, it is gonna be cool to see these characters again, even if it's a different reality version of them. But just seeing these actors again, these actors that I grew up watching in these X-Men movies that I love so much, it'll be cool to see. The Fantastic Four teaming up with Wakanda teaser is cool and all. Seeing some certain team up dynamics that we're gonna possibly be getting for this movie. But the teaser that got me most, admittedly, was the Thor teaser. Like, not only was it just cool to see a serious Thor again, but the dialogue he had in the trailer, how he's doing all this for his daughter only so that he can return home to her, so I can teach her not battle, but stillness, a peace that I've not known for a long time. It got me, man. Like, I am admittedly getting more excited for this movie. I still have my reservations. Like, could it end up just being a greatest hits movie, just nothing but nostalgia, all nostalgia, no story? Sure, but I gotta be honest, the Russos are coming back. A lot of those same writers and that same crew are coming back. So I want to have faith, because Infinity War and Endgame, those are like my two favorite MCU movies. Those are like my top two of the whole franchise. So I'm trying to hold hope for this movie, man. Even with Robert Downey Jr. coming back to the MCU, only he's playing Doctor Doom this time. I'm hoping that it's just so long as he's actually playing Victor Von Doom and not some evil version of Tony Stark that just calls himself Doctor Doom. Like, I know that's something that's happened in the comics, but at least, if anything, to play safe and it'll actually work, play it safe with that. Just give us Victor Von Doom. Because after all the times in the past that they've screwed up the Doctor Doom character, even in the Chris Evans Fantastic Four movies, which I really like those movies, Doctor Doom wasn't that great in those movies. So don't try anything, or don't try to pull any big twist. Just give us Victor Von Doom, and give us Victor Von Doom done well. I guess that's my analogy for the whole movie. Like, if you're gonna have all this nostalgia, bringing these actors back, bringing back the Russo brothers, yeah, go ahead, do all that, and just give us a movie that's done well. The doomsday clock is ticking, but hopefully this movie does not spell doom for the MCU. Number 10 is a movie that we never thought would see the light of day, Coyote vs. Acme. Now, I'm a huge Looney Tunes fan, like a lot of people. I did grow up watching a lot of the old cartoons, and I'm just gonna say it. The live-action animated hybrid film, Looney Tunes Back in Action, is probably like my favorite Looney Tunes thing ever. I love the technology they use to combine real human actors with the animated characters. And ever since seeing it, I was hoping, craving even, another Looney Tunes movie that combined this type of style. I know Space Jam also did it, and I really like Space Jam also, but you get what I'm saying. Then we hear announcements about this movie coming out that is going to be using that same style, and that everyone in the industry was saying how amazing it was, but then Warner Brothers was going to shelve it forever just for some stupid tax write-offs. And I'm just going to boldly say it right here. I was rooting for the movie to leak, even if that meant the the movie would come out. Because you make movies to be seen. It's art. You don't shelve that after all the years, blood, sweat, and tears that the director, cast, and crew spent dedicating to this movie. I think that was horseshit. Then you get the news that Ketchup Entertainment, the same company that released The Day the Earth Blew Up from last year, will now be acquiring the rights to release this movie. I had to pinch myself several times because I thought I was dreaming. Thank you! Thank you so fucking much that there is someone out there who still gives a shit about Looney Tunes. That there's still a studio out there that actually gives a shit about Looney Tunes. I cannot wait for this movie. If it's even a fraction as amazing in my eye as everyone in the industry has been saying it is, this might be the best Looney Tunes thing I've seen since Back in Action. Number 9, Scream Descent. Oh, this is going to be a good year for Scream fans. This will be a fan film released on YouTube by A63 Pictures, formerly titled Grimnox Productions, the same people who gave us Halloween Aftermath last year. Now, nothing is known of the plot as of yet, and whether or not it'll do the same thing that Halloween Aftermath did, and set this film somewhere within the continuity of the Scream franchise. But regardless, if it's even a fraction as good as Halloween Aftermath was, then we Scream fans are going to be eating good this year. Number 8, Disventure Camp 5, Fans vs. Favorites. Now, I already sung the praises of the 4th season of the show, as well as the entirety of the show in general, in my Best of the Year video, so you already know how much I'm in love with the show. Now, technically, this show has already started with its first episode as of when I'm recording this, but either way, I thought the first episode left a good impression, so I am still heavily anticipating where the rest of the season is going to go. The new batch of characters with the fans seem like an interesting group so far, aside from a couple outliers, and for the most part, I'm satisfied with who they've brought back on the favorites team. So just keep it going, Odd Nation Cartoons. You ain't had a bad season yet. Don't have that 5th season curse like Total Drama. Please. We're begging you. Number 7. The official restored director's cut of Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Now, I am a lifelong Thomas fan, and I still am because of how well written I think the early seasons of the show are, so that's why the show has stuck with me. And, like pretty much every child on the planet, I also have nostalgia for the Magic Railroad as we know it to be. But if you know anything about the movie, you know what happened behind the scenes, how much they took the movie from Britt Allcroft and just did the same things to this movie like what Warner Brothers did to Justice League. Whole entire characters and their subplots were cut out of the movie, including the human villain of the fucking movie. The entire cast, for those who are going to be voicing the engines, the entire cast was replaced almost entirely. So what's going to be happening here is it won't be another fan edit of sorts that'll be putting everything together. This will be an officially restored director's cut that will be put together by Brandon Carty and his crew on YouTube. I will link their channel in the description down below if I can. They won the rights to all of Britt Allcroft's tapes retaining to the production of this movie, so now they have all of the lost footage, including all of the recordings of the original voice cast with the people who voiced the engines. So they are going to be putting together the original vision for this movie as to how Britt Allcroft originally saw it to be. And my only regret is that Britt herself will not be around to see this. Now, will it make a movie that is all around incredible and flawless all of a sudden? Because, let's be real, as nostalgic as the original cut of the movie is, it's flawed and messy as hell. So, do I think that this director's cut will fix a lot of that? Yes. Will it make an incredible movie and fix a lot of the other criticisms that people have had for this movie over the years? No, it definitely won't. But my general excitement for this just comes from it being made by people who just want to not only honor and restore the original vision of this movie, but also honor the memory of the person who gave us this incredible show that has been a part of our childhoods for decades. Number 6, ironically, is Scary Movie 6. I love these scary movies. Aside from the fifth one, which even then I don't think the fifth one is awful, but they are otherwise like my favorite spoof movies of all time, some of my favorite comedies of all time, period. Especially those first couple movies are just peak don't give a fuck attitude, which I love in comedies when done right. Everything I've been hearing about this new movie, with them getting the Wayans brothers back, a lot of the original cast coming back, and them not giving a fuck who they offend or how offensive they get, all I hear is green flags, man. All I see is green flags. So, please, much like Naked Gun, let this be a resurgence for that don't give a fuck attitude. Number 5 is the next season of X-Men 97. Now, if you've been following me for a long time, you know far too well by now how big of an X-Men fan I am. I love the original run of Fox movies. I love the animated series. I adored the revival they did last year with that first batch of episodes. In fact, it's probably my favorite season of the animated series now. I adored it. And despite the change in writers and even the change in staff, I heard that they're even tweaking some aspects of what the story for the season was originally going to be. So long as it's more good, incredible X-Men content on its own, I'll be happy. Just don't put any of the wrong kind of agendas into it. Number 4, oh, this is going to get me in trouble. Toy Story 5. I adore these movies. Yes, even the fourth one. I adore these characters. I adore the animation, the storytelling, how it's able to mix the cute, quirky, funny jokes for the kids to enjoy, while also providing these deep character studies that the adults watching can resonate with, giving us these genuine characters that feel real, feel human. I adore how they craft these movies. Now, I already know that, obviously, everyone was pissed about them even thinking about doing a Toy Story 4. I was in that camp. I was like, okay, why are we doing this? The third one was going to end things very well. But it came out, I absolutely loved it, and while I would have been content on a story level with it ending there even, I gotta be honest, what they're doing with Toy Story 5 on a story level, I think sounds incredible. Talking about technology, going for this whole toys versus tech angle, having this commentary on our over-reliance on technology, how nowadays we're obsessed with playing on our smartphones and tablets, yada yada yada. I think it's perfect subject matter for a Toy Story movie to cover. Although, and I'm pretty sure Pixar will do this because they're pretty good at being complex with their messages, but I don't want this movie to blatantly pick a side with its commentary and be all, technology is all bad. I want there to be at least a middle ground with the commentary, show the dangers of technology, yeah, with how addictive we can get, how dangerous the tech itself can be even, but also show the positivity of it, the use that there is for technology. And if done well, like really well, up to the standards, the high standards that I hold the Toy Story franchise to, this could be yet another sequel that justifies its existence on a narrative level. Now, where I'm a little bit worried is the fact that they're bringing back Woody. Now, I just want it known, I say this out of love for Woody's character. I adore Woody. He's my favorite character in the franchise. I mean, not just because he's the face of the franchise, but I digress. I loved how his story ended in the fourth film. Regardless of whether you leave the story ended at the fourth film but do the fifth film anyway, that's where his story should have ended. Now, I am willing to give it a pass so long as it's not written to where Woody's like, oh, I made a mistake leaving Buzz in the group. I gotta go back. I have to be with him. That's where my place is. So long as they don't pull some Rise of Skywalker type shit and bring him back only to pander to the fans who hated and bitched about the decision Woody made in 4. So long as it's done at least in a way to where it's like, okay, he's back, but he's not back. Like, he's here to help his friends with whatever's going on with this evil lily pad tablet, but only that. Like, he's not actually back to be with the group again. Not that I actually would have brought Woody back personally, but so long as they can at least do that, then I'll be fine with it. But regardless, this is a movie that I am otherwise really, really excited for. This franchise has had nothing but peak 100% consistency so far, and I have a lot of faith in it. Number 3 is Ahsoka Season 2. Now, as much as I said that I am optimistic for The Mandalorian and Grogu, which I am fired up for the next season of Ahsoka. I adored the first season. I loved how intriguing and mythical that it not only felt tonally, but with how the story felt that way also. I liked the novelty of seeing these characters from Star Wars Rebels brought into live action. I liked all the actors that they picked for them. They were pretty much near pitch perfect, especially the dude that played Ezra. Like, dude, whoever cast Ezra Bridger especially, give that person a fucking raise, because that was spot on. And I am invested in the story they're building up here with the return of Thrawn, and especially with what's going on with Baylan Skoll's character. I am so happy that they didn't just abandon that storyline and that character with the death of Ray Stevenson. May he rest in peace. I'm so happy that they not only recast him, but they recast him with someone who was a close friend to Ray Stevenson. So yeah, I am beyond pumped for this season. It's probably the most excited I've been for something Star Wars in probably the past few years. Like, probably since Obi-Wan Kenobi, if I gotta be honest. Of course, there are things since then and before now that I've liked, but make no mistake, I am ecstatic. And the lucky runner-up is gonna be Scream 7. Now, let me explain myself before people kill me. I agree that it was very scummy what happened with Melissa Barrera. How she got fired for saying what she said. I think it was very scummy and it was just wrong how all that went down. But I gotta be honest, like, looking at what we're getting at face value on its own merits, it looks great. Like, I respect that on a story level, they're not trying to backtrack on anything and act like all the stuff from 5 and 6 never happened. All the Carpenter sisters, the Core 4 stuff, no, that never happened. It's going back to Sydney. I mean, yeah, this movie is going back to Sydney, but they're using what's been established in Scream 6, with how she went into hiding in a new town. She took her family with her when all the killings in New York started to happen. And they're bringing back the Meeks twins from 5 and 6, so this feels like a genuine effort to work through the controversy and just use what they got and just try to craft another good story, craft another good Scream movie. I have a lot of faith that despite all the controversy, that this could be another good, solid entry in the series. Do I need it to be anything bold? No, but at the same time, you can't just do only like the same things, your same bag of tricks. a twist here and there would be nice. And just so long as it's not Stu who's the killer, like actually alive, he survived the TV on his head, he's been alive this whole time, then I'll be fine with it, with them bringing back some of these actors, especially if the rumors are true and what they're teasing in the trailer is true, that the killer in this movie is going to be using AI of sorts to sound like people from Sydney's past, like either friends that she's lost or past killers that she's defeated, which would explain why the actors who played Dewey and Stu are going to be in this. And plus, that'll just be perfect meta commentary to make fun of AI, especially with how rampant it is nowadays. Just even taking over the frickin' movie industry. I think it's sick. So hopefully this movie's meta commentary on AI and how they roast it is enough to put AI to bed. I know that's a tall order to ask, but I can dream, can't I? But my number one, my most anticipated release of the entire year is Terrifier 4. Now, this is a franchise that admittedly got off to a rocky start with that first movie, with it being all gore, all kills, but no plot or character. Now, I enjoy the first film on those merits, with it being this proof of concept to show how cool a killer Art the Clown can be. But of course, I look at the movie for ultimately what it is. But the series has genuinely been getting better from here. Terrifier 2 was incredible, and 3, while not as good, was pretty much on the same level as far as I'm concerned. They're genuinely telling a story. They're building intrigue with what's the connection between Art and Sienna. Who is Art the Clown? Why is he all mute, and how can he come back from the dead and all that? And apparently this movie is going to not only end the series, for now at least, but it's also going to, well, apparently open with the origin of Art the Clown. I'm excited to see all that. I have no reason to think that all of a sudden they'll sink back to their old tired tricks of the first film. This is a franchise and a storyline that has me invested, and I have all the faith in the world that they're going to deliver a satisfying conclusion. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I am looking forward to in the year of 2026. Comment down below your picks. What are you looking forward to this year? And stay tuned very soon for the return of my review series, Review Roundup. And if you're finding my channel for the first time and you like what you see, like and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you next time.